name is Michelle Izuka, and this is my presentation of my mini grant proposal for LBSC 791. My grant proposal aims to develop a teen-focused set of programs at the Marilyn J. Praisner Library, which is the branch of the Montgomery County Public Library System, which is located in Burtonsville, Maryland. The name of this teen-centric program will be TeenDev. My proposal is seeking grant funding from the RGK Foundation, which awards grants in the broad areas of education, community, and health and medicine. My proposal falls within their Community Grants Program. According to the website for the RGK Foundation, community grants support a broad range of human services, community improvement, abuse prevention, and youth development programs. Youth development programs should enhance the formal education students receive and should also increase chances for young people to have successful outcomes in life. The RGK Foundation is particularly interested in programs that will attract female and minority students into the STEM fields that focus on math, science, and technology. I included the website address at the bottom of this slide. This is a screenshot from the RGK Foundation website. It states that the foundation endeavors to be a catalyst for progressive change in humanitarian concerns. Guiding the foundation is a deep reverence for democracy and a civil society together with the founders' values of foresight, imagination, and discovery. By seeking innovative projects in the areas of health, education, human services, and community affairs, the foundation strives to advance knowledge, improve society, and help realize human potential. I think that this statement nicely aligns with traditional library values. For just a little bit of background, the foundation was established in 1966 by Rania and George Kometsky. Since its founding in 1966, the RGK Foundation has awarded over 3,200 grants, totaling over $119 million. I decided to focus on teenagers for this grant for a couple reasons. For one, teenagers are a difficult group for public libraries to capture outside of their school research needs. They are often competing interests, especially as they get older. They have sports, extracurricular activities, and active social lives to keep up with. As a result, most teens, while they do use a library, don't deem it to be very important. Looking at the fiscal year 2013 report from the Montgomery County Libraries, although their overall program attendance was high, with over 108,000 patrons attending, just under 2,800 or 2% of those attending were actually teenagers. Reasons behind this stark statistic can be seen at the Marilyn J. Praisner Library when you look at their programming schedule. While there is an abundance of programs aimed at young children and adults, there are only about 3 events planned for teens, and they are not very well attended. Displays and contests in the teen area are also routinely ignored. To solve this problem, I propose in my grant to conduct anonymous surveys of the current teen patrons and also have a suggestion box in the teen area for programming ideas. This would give staff an idea of what teens would like to do in the library. Then, based upon the suggestions, programs would be developed in 3 main areas: life skills, college preparation, and STEM subjects. In the life skills area, the classes include personal financial management skills, finding and landing your first job, and the science of healthy living. In the college prep area, the sessions would include preparation for standardized college entrance exams like the ACT and SAT tests, how to write a successful college entrance essay, and how to pay for college, whether through grants, scholarships, or just making good decisions about taking out student loans. Additionally, there would be a class about what online tools to use to help teenagers figure out what careers they want to pursue and or search for the right college for them. For STEM subjects, the classes would be to teach computer coding and programming, how to use popular software applications like Microsoft Office, and to teach the teenagers how to stay safe and private on the internet. According to the RGK Foundation website, the average grant awarded is $25,000. Thus, the budget I came up with is for that amount. I didn't allocate any funds for personnel, since regular library employees paid through the county budget would be utilized. While the hope is that the instructors recruited from the community would be willing to volunteer their time and effort for free, $4,000 has been allocated in case there are instructors who need to be paid. $3,000 has also been set aside to pay for any associated travel fees for the instructors, whether they are paid or not. Since most of the programs will focus on technology or utilize modern technology to a great extent, $10,000 is allocated to purchase between 10 and 15 Windows-based laptops, in addition to needed accessories and software licenses, so that each participating teenager in the class will have her own computer, or, at most, have to share with maybe one other person. The $3,000 allocated for office supplies would be used to print materials needed for the classes, as well as for advertising materials that are not covered by the regular library budget. Lastly, the $5,000 allocated for other expenses may include unanticipated costs and fees, as well as the cost of providing snacks, drinks, and other foods at each class, which will hopefully serve as further enticement for the teenagers to attend. A key to success for this program is constant evaluation. For each program, the number of teens attending will be counted and entered into a spreadsheet to keep track and note any trends. For programs that are consistently unpopular with low attendance, the content will be significantly altered, the time and day could be changed, or the whole topic canceled entirely. Surveys will also be handed out at each class and collected as the participants leave. That way, immediate feedback about the effectiveness or weakness of the program will be received, and future programs can be tweaked to accommodate the survey results. Additionally, the library will continue to collect the statistics for foot traffic, material circulation, and the number of new cards issued, so that at the end of the program's year, statistics for that year will be compared with the previous years, with particular attention being focused on YA materials and new cards to teenagers. The goal is to see an increase across the board. Finally, towards the end of the year-long project, the library staff will conduct a series of focus groups with participating teens in order to do a deep dive into why programs were successful or not. These focus groups will also serve as a means to get new ideas for the following year. The overall objectives of this TeenDev project is to equip teenagers with the skills to enhance their prospects of achieving long-term success in life, encourage reluctant teens, particularly girls, to get interested in science, math, and technology, and also to teach teens about living well and making good decisions. Specific objectives are to have 10 to 15 teens attend each class, with increasing registration numbers as time progresses. Additional sessions will be scheduled to accommodate as much overflow as possible. Since programming schedules will be generated on a quarterly basis, there will be ample time to adjust classes as needed based upon the teenagers' responses to the class sessions. Using the new laptops purchased with the grant money, the teen volunteers will also be recruited to create and upkeep the branch's social media presence using apps like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The goal is to get at least 1,000 friends or followers on each account. Lastly, the year-to-year branch statistics will show a 50 to 100% increase in areas like foot traffic, YA circulation, and new teen library card holders. Overall, with the funds from this grant, the library aims to transform itself into the community's third space for Burnsville teens outside of home and school. It'll be an important and safe, fun, and enriching place for them to be. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you all have a great rest of the summer. Best of luck to all of us in our future information careers.